Today I want to talk about a wishlist for Volume 9. This isn't going to have every single bug in the game's fixed, but it will have some significant quality of life improvements and some extra content that I think the Need for Speed community would enjoy as a whole. Stuff like nerfing the cops in hot pursuit mode won't be mentioned because I expect something like that to happen way before Volume 9 even comes close to dropping. Before we get into it though, this video was inspired by a comment I read on the last video. So if you guys want to see a video on a topic, let me know. I do read the comments, I promise. But besides that, let's get straight into it. The theme of this update is car meets and cash-ins. But to be honest, there is so much that takes place in this update, it could be called Need for Speed Unbound 2. The first thing we are going to get into is some significant changes to races and activities. 7 full map length races and 3 more endurance races have been added. Full map races will be races that start at one point on the map and travel around or through the map until the player reaches that same point again. Longer than endurance races, and the player must pick 3 cars to use in from 3 randomly selected tiers. The races will stay the same and won't change paths, but the car tiers will be on a timer. One day it could be S, A, and B. In the next hour, S+, A+, and B. Traffic will be on these races, and the ability to be DNF'd will also be on these races. 6 new hot pursuit races have been added, and bigger cop car selection has been added. A new Lamborghini cop car and Pagani cop car are available to be unlocked and played with via the new Cop Story Mode edition. PvP playlists now have every tier available and do not cycle through day by day. Rumble playlists and Gauntlet playlists have also been added, and those are now the new daily rotation. So they have taken the PvP daily rotation spot. Races now include the option to restart as long as the player is the only one in the race. Restarts for races are unlimited and can be activated as soon as the race begins. This ability can also be used when crossing the finish line before the race changes to the next one in the playlist. Restarts can be used in any single race in the game. On top of that, the player can now choose a playlist and pick a specific race they would like to do. This works for any race in the game and also in conjunction with race restarts. The money and XP received from the race would be significantly less, but for those who like the time chase, this change would be significant. A player's PvP and free roam win-loss ratios are now viewable. This can be toggled between PvP and free roam and will show the precise amount of wins, losses, percentage between the two, and a percentage of their chance of winning the upcoming playlist. The player's most frequently used car will also be available under the stat line. The player's fastest 5 times or score from friends or randoms in the lobby, leaderboard, can be toggled between the two, is now in the game. This leaderboard will also show the car and build they used. This will be on every track in free roam to include Gauntlet, Drift, Drag, and Rumble. Checkpoints in races have been altered to slow down the racer when missed if close enough, and will reset the player immediately if too far based on the game's algorithm. Checkpoints must be hit and can no longer be missed narrowly. We now have designated car meet locations. Players can meet up with friends and others in the lobby and can host car meets. These car meets would enable the host to see all participants, and there would be a voting system by whoever is in the meet as well. There will be a cash and XP prize for first and second place, but no prize for third to incentivize great competition. The more participants, the higher the prize pool would go, all the way up to $100,000. Players can now bet on race positions with cash and can bet on cars. This option would be identical to single player, but with higher cash bets. This mode is also entirely optional, and players do not have to bet anything if they do not want to. For those who lose their money and or car, players can re-challenge the member to a race and win their car and or cash back, double or nothing. If they lose again, they can challenge an extremely difficult AI to a random playlist, and if they win, you get the cash that you lost back. This cash will total the amount from the initial bet and the amount of the car that was lost. The player who won the car and cash keep them with no conditions attached. The wrap, build, and customization for the car will be kept and cannot be changed. The car's name will also be that of the player who it was taken from. The car cannot be sold for cash and can only be used as collateral for another bet. The car can be used in free roam as well. If the player wins too many bets, there will be a cooldown where the cops are now looking for the player. After the 10th bet won, you will receive an instant Heat 6 warning level that cannot be escaped from for 10 minutes, a minute for each car that was taken. If busted, the player will lose half the money and the most recent car that was taken. Heat 6 has now been added to the game. Helicopters can now drop spike strips, and AI cops have limited usage of pursuit tech available in the hot pursuit mode. There are 2 new cops added as well. The first is the Battle Ram, a heavy armored van-like vehicle that can reach high top speeds but has difficulty turning. It cannot go off-road, but has very high levels of damage reduction and can total the player in 2 hits from full health and 1 hit from anywhere else. This cop will have the ability to increase its damage when charging the player for 5 seconds. The second new cop variant is the Agile Enforcer. This cop has a speed faster than the Corvette, can go off-road, and can hit as hard as the Raptor. Only one can spawn at a time and has light damage reduction. This cop can take the player out in 3 hits and has the ability to activate a turbo boost, which will automatically match whatever the player's speed is and will increase on top of that to a max of 260. Rank now gives rewards, and there is a prestige system for a permanent boost of double XP and double money. When a player reaches level 500, they have the opportunity to reset their rank progress and start again, with each 20 ranks rewarding a significant cash bonus and exclusive body kits to cars. At level 250, the player will unlock the permanent double XP boost, and at a level 500 prestige 1, the player will unlock a permanent cash boost totaling to double the received amount in all events, to include link ups, races, PvP, and running from the cops. This can be stacked with boosted events. After the player hits rank 500 for the second time, there is a final option to prestige for the second time. The rank is reduced to 1, and the cash and XP double boosts do stay. The player can now customize the rank to look however they would want based on every current rank in the game. The title Master Prestige will be unlocked in a golden banner with every rank in the game across it will be available to be displayed. The rank of Prestige 2 level 500 will be black with a red pulsating background. Rank rewards for Prestige 2 will reward the player every 10 ranks, and the player can choose from a significant cash drop, a new car variant, tire smoke, trails, rims, XP boost, or a car unlock token. The car unlock token will bypass any and all restrictions on unlocking any car in the game. The car token will bypass any and all restrictions on unlocking any car in the game, including playlist completions, takedowns, free roam events, and money restrictions. Nighttime from Heat is now available as a separate game mode with different races and events. Immediately switching to nighttime gives the player an automatic Heat 2 level, and this cannot be escaped even when entering the garage and leaving back into nighttime. Cops will be in every race and will actively track down the player regardless of position or speed of the car they are using. Racing in the nighttime mode will increase XP and the money gained from each race as opposed to daytime. For more money, the daytime is better, but for XP, the nighttime is better. The rank system is constant between the two, and both game modes will affect the rank of the player. This game mode is also available in PvP for those who want to race strictly at nighttime. But anyway guys, those are my suggestions for what I would love to see in Volume 9. Of course, the time this stuff would take to plan out and work through is pretty much a new game by itself, so I wouldn't expect anything of this level. However, if you guys do have any ideas on what you would like to be in the next volume, then let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed, make sure to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video.